Brightness. Contrast. Use of televisions as a means of distraction from overbearing parents or guardians. Yes.
Please select one of the following points of conflict.
You are pregnant. No. You failed enough subjects at school that career options now solely consist of pushing trolleys outside of Canelands. No. Your parents are slowly squeezing every last drop of awesomeness out of schoolies, leaving it a desolate wasteland of broken hopes and dreams. And, in an effort to escape their frustrating lack of coolness, you've stumbled across a previously unnoticed television menu that surprisingly know your name is Abigail O'Neill, that you have a secret love for the village people, and that you're wearing saucy red knickers. Yes.
To continue to reality television, a completely authentic viewing experience, press enter.
Whatever you say, freaky sub-menu.
Oh, well, I believe it's because it uses music and drama in a fun, humorous way that's quite topical for young people, and that engages them and it gets them interested in what the messages are that are contained in it. Choices is truly a collaborative project that involves a multitude of people and agencies, including and most importantly the Conservatorium of Music at Central Queensland CQUniversity in Mackay. So we have the students and staff there that support the project. We've also got the Alcohol, Tobacco and Other Drugs Service, who coordinates, that's myself, who coordinates the program. We have the Sexual Health and Sexual Assault Service, which is also part of Queensland Health. Crime prevention from the Queensland Police is an integral part of the project. We've got Department of Communities, Department of Transport and Main Roads, and the Whitsunday Schoolies Advisory Committee. So representatives from all of those places form a committee that looks oversees choices and ensures that it heads in the right direction. Choices has been, it actually started in 1999, so it's been running for quite a few years now. And it started as a fairly sort of basic program called What's the Hassle, aimed at teaching young people about safety around schoolies, and it's really developed from there. So it's become an amazing project that lasts. Choices is evaluated through pre and post choices surveys that are conducted with the students at school, and then later on, after they've actually been at schoolies at the Whitsundays, we ask them to complete another survey there to let us know how the program has been received and how it's been remembered amongst students. So the Centre for Youth Substance Abuse Research has assisted us greatly in that process, in assisting with the evaluation of choices, and we've found that it actually has an impact. It actually increases the safety behaviours of young people, which is fantastic.
Choices is a fun, upbeat presentation that really appeals to the Year 12s. Choices is a good overview of some risky situations that may confront our students in Schoolies Week. It addresses relevant issues and topics to support our students to have the most positive experience. Absolutely, the students are engrossed in the presentation and really enjoy it. They talk about it afterwards, so it creates conversation opportunities around issues that they may not have considered at schoolies.
Oh, I invited some friends over. Hope you don't mind.
No, that's cool. The more the better.
I mind.
Get out! Excuse me?
Hey! Who's up for some house cricket?
Not in here! No! Not in here!
Oh
my God, green!
I can taste a rainbow.
Hey, is that what I think it is?
Want to talk about the first thing that pops up? Hey! What's wrong with the TV?
I don't know. I've been asking myself the same question. Whoa, dude! Have you got a
pay for that? Oh, okay, you know what? I am not dealing with this anymore. I am leaving. You can't! No, you don't touch me! I don't even know who all these people are! Girls! 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 Girls!
Well, it's a realistic presentation, so it helps young people realise that there are risks that could be involved with schoolies, and it just lets them know that they can practice safe sex and that's the best way, and also that sexual assault does happen and to be aware of it. Sometimes when drinking's involved, yeah, people can forget to practice safe sex and also be coerced into sexual activity that they wouldn't normally do. So yeah, it is important to get these safe messages across to our young people.
Directing choices is a really fun and inspiring way to get the messages across to the Year 12 students. Because they are not much younger than us ourselves, we find it easier to relate to them, and we are able to put the messages through in a way that we know we would find interesting, and therefore they would find interesting too, and not basically lecture them. We trick them into learning. So it's lots of fun to play around with the TV shows and the you know, the messages and getting them through. So without telling them that they shouldn't be doing things. So.
Well, not only is it a great experience for us as developing performers trying to get into the industry, and it's lots of fun, but it's the most rewarding experience when you see these kids walk in with sour looks on their faces, thinking they're about to get a massive lecture about how they shouldn't party and whatnot. But then we present them with the Choices program, and they cheer all the way through, they have fun, they laugh, and we get some great responses from them. And that's probably the most rewarding thing you can get as a performer, knowing that you've taught them something and maybe they'll have a safer time at schoolies because of you.
Choices is a great program for the students who are enrolled at Central Queensland University. They get a chance to take their theatre skills that they've learnt in class and apply them in a situation that actually has great meaning. The students really enjoy putting something together that actually makes a difference in the community. So their drama skills and their singing and acting, dancing, all those skills come together in a way that makes Choices really great as a live performance piece of theatre. And live performance is a really good way of getting information out to the public, and Choices is one of those pieces of theatre that really engages with Year 12 students in a very special way. Brings popular cultural aspects of it to these messages, and it's through that idea of theatre that Choices has its greatest impact.
It's mine! No, man, it was back there! Oh, ew, Kira, that's disgusting! Don't diss it till you've tried it.
What are you guys doing?
Hey, look, where am I going?
In the wrong direction! Just chuck it, Yui, man, it's back there! No, I don't think you can make a U-turn unless there's a sign or something.
Oh, really, Miss Know-It-All?
Oh,
me and you, buddy.
just turn around!
Hey, look, could you please stop pushing me? And if you put it
We're
down.
talking about
Oh, you just...
Oh. Hey, you guys alright? Men, you okay? Guys? Guys? Get me out of here!
Choices made me more aware of dangers which will definitely probably occur during schoolies time, and it gave me a lot of information and an outlook how to prepare myself and stay safe during schoolies. Yeah.
Choices affect my outlook because I thought that all the children could, like the teenagers obviously going to schoolies, would think before they acted, because it was like something funny that like comedy brought in, because everyone always remembers comedy rather than like something serious. So they like can remember everything that they like thought, and even if they're watching TV or something, like while they're there, they'll remember back to the Choices play that we saw.
At a statewide level, the Department of Communities, through the Safer Schoolies initiative, plays a lead agency role across government departments. The Safer Schoolies initiative is about responding to the safety needs of young school leavers and also the communities in which schoolies gather. One of the key elements of the Safer Schoolies initiative is educating young people about their rights and responsibilities so that they can make informed choices and also celebrate in a very safe way. The Department of Communities recognises that for many young school leavers, schoolies is the first time that they will travel away from home without adult supervision. So things can and sometimes do go wrong. So at a statewide level, at the regional level, the Department of Community staff actually participate in the planning committee for the Choices program, and our role on that committee is to really ensure that the key safety messages are incorporated into the script, and that at a central level, our communications team support the Choices program by printing and publishing a really professional quality program to support the Choices performance. The Department of Communities is very proud to support the Choices program. The Choices program is quite unique in that it seeks to convey key safety messages through a theatre medium by using popular songs, music and of course humour. The program or performance looks to use scenarios which really encourage young people to think about the choices that they might be faced with, the possible consequences and also some options to ensure their own safety. The Choices program is also scripted and performed by young people for young people. So this ensures that the performance maintains its appeal, its freshness and its relevance. It's important to note that the Choices program has in fact been evaluated by the Centre for Youth Substance Abuse Research, and that evaluation in fact did demonstrate that the program has a positive impact on reducing risk-taking behaviour. So from our point of view, from the Department of Communities' point of view, it's a great program. It's been fantastically conceived, and we are very happy to continue and look forward to continuing our support.
This week on MasterChef, guest chef Ramsay arrives to see what the contestants can do.
Alright mates, so let's see what you're cooking up here. So this is the mix that you're using for the pills then, is it? What a load of bleeding dog's bollocks! Do you call that a in jug? You have no idea, do you? You're lost in a circle of pots and pans and ingredients that you've never even seen before. It's almost as desirable as your granny's panties.
What's wrong with it?
What's wrong with it? It's too impure! Sunshine! How the do you expect to make a profit when you're giving away grade A product like that? Hey! It's alright, I got this. Look, what we're gonna do is give you guys a chance to worm your way up in the competition. Now, to do that, we're gonna have to take this lovely piece of pie here and make it bigger. And to do that, we're gonna have to make the ingredients stretch further. Now, How do you suppose that we do that?
we both grab one side of the pill and pull.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Shall I? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut some of this stuff with some other stuff. And that's it in a nutshell, yeah? So what we got here, we got some strychnine, we got some ground up glass, and we got some brick dust. Basically, anything cheap to bulk it out is what you're after.
Is that safe?
Hey! Where'd you come from? You think we're in this to win some customer satisfaction survey over a profit? We're not operating under normal, unbiased circumstances, are we now? Sweetheart. Sweetheart. Here's some that I prepared earlier. This is what you're after.
Choices are a very important part of crime prevention. Crime prevention looks at assaults and thefts and burglaries into people's houses and the stealing from vehicles and so on. So we look at a broad range of things, but this program Choices really goes across a whole broad spectrum of other offences and other problems which young people can get into, such as drinking, such as sexual behaviour, inappropriate contact with other people, assaults and all those sort of types of things. So Choices crosses over many of the crime prevention areas that the police will deal with from day to day. The key messages in Choices are as diverse as driving messages to simply putting some sun cream on or putting a hat on. So there's lots and lots of different messages within Choices. But the ones which are particular for police are really the assaults, the drinking in a public place or being supplied alcohol by an adult and the parental responsibilities there. So we look at very large number of messages which allow us to educate the young people that when they're going out on their own for the first time, that they can actually be behaving in a much more reasonable way. Risky behaviour at schoolies is almost sort of the norm, and what we want to do is reduce that risky behaviour down so that everybody has a safer time at schoolies. Choices gives me an opportunity to get out into the 13 different high schools in the Mackay district over a 2-week period. It's probably the most intensive period of time I can talk to 1,300 Year 12 students in the year, which means that we can actually get a lot of messages across, and those messages can be dynamic and they can also be very up to date. One year we had a change in legislation which we were able to disseminate through the schools very quickly. This year we've been monitoring Facebook, and the Facebook page has been a very good way of us understanding what the young people are up to. And we've also been able to inform the young people about the pre-registrations at the PCYC in Mackay. So that was, it's very up-to-date information that I can get from schoolies and then get it straight out to the school community very quickly.